So I think in the medical world, there's always a question of is it acute or is it chronic, right? And so if there's a chronic issue, okay, there's something wrong with the business model. Gee, the industry has changed. The structure of the industry has changed, and therefore there isn't the good product market fit, if you will. There's new entrants coming in, and all of a sudden the dynamic of them, and so therefore there's this slow leaking that needs to be fixed one way or the other. And that fix can be, it could be a strategic one, it could be change of tactics, etc. Um, excuse me. In some parts of the world, it's the business world I'm talking about. It's a question of saying, gee, manufacturers used to sell to just wholesale distributors who sell to wholesalers who sell to retailers, etc. Now there's all these brands going direct to consumer. Okay, well, gee, what's a manufacturer to do? What's the wholesaler to do? What's the retailer to do? So all of a sudden, that's a shift that all of a sudden you as an organization, you can say, well, gee, just by making a cut will not fix the problem. There's a structural issue and strategic issue that needs to be fixed, and some tactical plans as well. On the other hand, when there's an acute issue, then it's a question of saying, okay, well, um, we might not make payroll. What are we going to do? Gee, we're tracking significantly below our budgets. We better take aim at solving the problem earlier rather than later, right? And so the question of KPIs, which you mentioned, is a good one, and those are kind of the early warning signals. Even just basically looking at the budget versus actual numbers, okay, and doing a bit of forecasting. Some organizations are very good at that, and some of them let's just say, a little bit more um, uh, I don't want to use the word primitive, but just don't have good budgeting, financial planning practices, and that's obviously something that's very important. The smallest organization is, oh my God, how much is my bank account, right? And that's not, gee, when are we going to get our next investment round? So some startups, it's the same kind of question. But when you're dealing with an acute issue, okay, when you're dealing with acute issue, there's a bunch of very specific strategies you can use beyond the let's just cut 10%.